like it was yesterday, that cold December night in 2015. It started off innocently enough. I was holed up in my parents' house, engrossed in a video game, the world outside fading into nothingness as I battled virtual enemies. But then, just as I was getting into the groove, my phone buzzed with a text message from my mom. "Can you do me a favor and babysit Lily for Natalie tonight?" The message read. I sighed, annoyed at the interruption. Babysitting wasn't exactly how I envisioned spending my evening, but I reluctantly agreed and shut off the game. I mean, how hard could it be, right? Little did I know that decision would lead me down a path of terror I never could have imagined. Even though I had babysat Lily multiple times before, as her parents are suspiciously always busy, that day just didn't feel right. It was nighttime. Who works this late? I thought to myself, but I just brushed it off, thinking it could be a night shift. As I made my way to Natalie's house, a sense of unease settled over me. The streets were eerily quiet, devoid of the usual signs of life. Ignoring the nagging feeling in the back of my mind, I approached Natalie's front door and rang the bell. No answer. I hesitated for a moment before pushing the door open and stepping inside. The place was empty. It seemed like no one was inside. Being greeted by the sounds of wind bashing on the windows, Lily crying, and the place being extremely cold really made me rethink babysitting. The place just had a very eerie feeling to it. It sent shivers down my spine. Reluctantly, I made my way to Lily's room, following her creepy cries, where I found her in her crib, tears streaming down her face. Poor kid, I thought, as I picked her up and tried to calm her down. I didn't really do a good job of it, and I just placed her back in the crib. That's when I noticed it, a crumpled piece of paper on the dresser with instructions scrawled in messy handwriting. It was a to-do list of sorts. Calm Lily down, light the fireplace, and if she's hungry, go to the basement for food. The last task sent a chill down my spine, but I brushed it off as I focused on soothing Lily. I thought to myself, why go to the basement? Do these people not have a fridge inside their house? Once she had settled down, I reluctantly made my way to the fireplace and lit it, the flames casting eerie shadows around the room. But as I turned to leave, I saw something in Lily's eyes that sent a shiver down my spine. It was anger, pure and raw, something no one would ever expect to see in a baby. I didn't know what to do, as I had never experienced something like this before. I thought maybe I could get some baby formula from the kitchen, so I went. In the kitchen, I saw what I thought was baby formula, but no signs of food for Lily. With a sinking feeling in my gut, I knew I had to venture into the basement. I slowly approached the basement with a sense of unease. I got to the door of the basement. I reluctantly opened the squeaky, creepy-looking door and went down the stairs. Each step down the creaking stairs felt like a descent into madness, a stench of decay growing stronger with each breath. It just felt so off. I was finally inside of the basement. The long flight of stairs, combined with the sense of unease, really made it seem like it took hours to get down. The basement thankfully had lights inside, but it was empty. When I realized that there was nothing inside, I turned to go back upstairs. That's when I heard it. A laughter. Something straight out of a horror movie. I heard the basement door squeaking. Panic gripped me as I turned to flee, only to find the door at the top of the stairs slowly swinging shut. With adrenaline coursing through my veins, I sprinted towards it, the laughter growing louder with each step. And then with a desperate lunge, I burst through the closing door and stumbled into the hallway, gasping for air. But the terror wasn't over yet. As I fled the house and raced home through the pounding rain, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. I sprinted towards my house, scared to death. I burst through the front door and quickly locked everything before going into my room. With thoughts inside my mind going crazy because of what could be inside Natalie's house, my eyes and brain were slowly shutting down from stress. I fainted. I woke up hours later to my mom calling my name. I quickly went downstairs, greeted by my mom's disappointment and clear anger. She had asked me why I left Natalie's house. I never tried to explain anything that happened that night to anyone, so I just said that I had felt very tired and nauseous, so I went back. She was clearly angry, but I couldn't have cared less. What could have happened to me that night was obviously very real, at least to me. I know what happened that night, and I know very well what happened was real. The events of that night haunted me for years, a constant reminder of the horrors lurking just beneath the surface of our seemingly ordinary world. And though I never spoke of it to anyone, the memory of that cold December night will stay with me forever, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lies within me. I never went to Natalie's house since then, and I probably never will go again. The horrors will haunt me for the rest of my life, I'm sure.